Hello. It is March the 28th, 2021. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, and I seek your support to become the new Local 1000 president. And this is a quick Facebook Live video today. I want to stress this to everyone. My integrity to be the new Local 1000 president is unwavering. When I stated that I was going to run for president, I held to my word. 2015, 2018, and 2021. My 10-point platform, unwavering. Starting with the reduction of dues by 50% to give you instant savings because you have sacrificed enough for the state of California. It's time that Local 1000 sacrifices for you. So, reduction of your dues by 50%, and we're going to eliminate all political spending by Local 1000. This political spending has divided our union, alienated all of the, quote, non-Democrats, the Republicans, the Libertarians, people, Green Party, people who don't have any political party. Political spending has divided and really destroyed our union. Under my leadership, we're getting out of politics altogether. We're ending our affiliation with SEIU International in Washington, D.C. You're going to have a president that tells you the truth. You're going to have a president that is going to give you answers in writing. I see people on Facebook always asking questions. Let me see if I can answer some of these questions. On July 1st, we're getting our pay restored. The 2 days a month that you're losing, that's going to end. And we're getting our 2% pay increase for July 1st, 2021. 2.5% that was promised to us on July 1st, 2020, we're not getting that till next year. Why? Because we gave up our money to the politicians. We delayed that pay raise. Look at the side letter agreement. Okay? Now, that 2.5% on July 1st, 2020, we'll get next year on July 1st, 2022. Also on July 1st, 2022, we'll get our 2.5% that was scheduled for that time period. So in other words, we're getting a total of 5% on July 1st, 2022, and we're getting on this July 1st, 2021, 2%, along with our regular pay being restored. So this idea of getting 2 pay raises or whatever, no, you're not following the math. Now, something is very important. These ballots are going out April 19th. They got to be returned back on May 20th. I have been asked over and over and over again, including people like Frank Perry, am I supporting Robert Bayze? Who am I supporting for Local 1000 VPs? Let me be crystal clear. I'm not endorsing any of these candidates, starting with Robert Bayze. Robert Bayze said that he can't see how we can reduce dues by 50% and stay in business. Because he's looking at Local 1000 like it's a business. It's not a business. It's a nonprofit organization. It's based on service, serving you, okay? And so he quotes you the business school information. Business schools teach on behalf of management. They teach you the financial science of, quote, maximizing shareholder wealth, okay? That doctrine is not pro-union. That doctrine is not based on providing retirement, through a pension or health care. That doctrine is based on providing for the few, the shareholders, at the lowest cost possible so you can return the greatest profit. Because this is how Robert feels, I cannot endorse him. He also said that we couldn't afford to give guaranteed retiree health care to our Local 1000 staff. But yet he tells you we have to raise our level of service to match our costs. Local 1000 staff should have guaranteed retiree health care. For them to not have that, but yet serve us when we have guaranteed retiree health care, that is hypocrisy. And the fact is, Robert Bayze just looks at everything through numbers. But everything is not just numbers. Therefore, I cannot endorse Robert Bayze for VP of bargaining. If you notice, when I was talking to him a few days ago, he could never talk about eliminating politics. But let me go on record, and I put it on Facebook this morning. I will ensure that all the VPs who are elected have guaranteed full-time union leave, and they will be able to do their jobs according to the policy file. I will not try to reduce your union leave because I'm not petty, I'm not insecure. So I can't endorse Robert Bayze because I'm a real union leader. And I'm not going to let what I learned in college make me feel like I'm so much better than you. See, that's what happens in college. People go to college and they get educated. And then pretty soon they talk differently. They walk differently. They treat you differently. In other words, they're getting ready to become politicians. I'm college educated and I serve the country. But I'm still down to earth. I still have common sense. I still love and respect you. We're going to be okay reducing the dues by 50%. And paying guaranteed retiree healthcare to our staff. And once the staff realizes they have a leader that's going to treat them with respect and dignity, you're going to see a difference in the level of service you get from Local 1000 staff. That's a guarantee. I cannot endorse the other status quo teams, starting with Yvonne Walker, because they're hypocrites and they're liars. As in her video, she says that politics matters. No. What matters is you have a leader that tells you the truth, that stands by your side in difficult times, and will never, ever give up your money. Never, ever give up your money. I'm going to say this for you again. None of these people tell you that they're going to get you a guaranteed contract and that they're always going to have in that contract furlough and POP protection. None of these people, not even Robert Bayze, they don't tell you that. Because they don't care about you. So I can't endorse these other people. You know that. When they're elected in the VP positions, I'll work with any of them because I have the ability to work with confrontational, difficult people who I know are going to try to sabotage me because they don't believe in my 10-point platform. When I win this election, I will fulfill that platform. Well, two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to fulfill the platform or they're going to get me out of that union. And when they try to throw me out, it's all going to be on video. Because they're going to ask you to sign recall petitions to get rid of me. And they're going to be working on behalf of SEIU International, the political organization in D.C. that we pay all this money to carry SEIU in front of our Local 1000. The organization that you see these people wearing purple, that's their gang colors. They tell you that SEIU is so important, but yet when we got furloughed 3 days a month for a whole year, and we suffered 1 day's pay loss 2010, 2012, and this recent fiscal year 2020, 2 days a month, where was International then? Did they show up with their purple colors trying to help you out? Did they show up saying, hey, we're all in this together, we got your back? Did they send any of that money we sent them? Did they send that back to you to make up for the pay loss that you're going through? And for the fact you didn't get your pay increase? July 1st, 2020, 2.5%. Did they try to make up for that? See, these are the questions that these other so-called wannabe Local 1000 leaders, starting with the so-called Yvonne Walker and her leadership skills, they don't talk about this. See, I'm the only candidate that goes live, unscripted, unedited. Those questions are not rehearsed. When I talk to people, anybody comes on and they ask me a question, it's live, okay? I don't rehearse. When you see Yvonne Walker on Friday's video, she's reading from a little teleprompter. She doesn't care about you. She never lost her stipend. Listen, she makes over $67,000 a year in a stipend that's untouched by furlough or PLP. People need to understand something. MTC, they told you they would not take the stipend in 2018, and they took it in 2019 after Sophia ratted them out. And now they're telling you they're not going to take the money? You cannot do this. I see you, yes. I don't read poems. You know, and like I said in some of my other videos, please don't read a poem, Yvonne Walker. Don't disrespect the Beatles. You don't disrespect the Beatles. You don't disrespect John Lennon. Okay? You don't do that in this country. You know, you're supposed to be doing your job, Yvonne Walker. Someone else said, hey, that stuff you put up about the union label being used illegally, you know, contact the legal department. I'm not contacting anybody. I'm going to contact anybody. I got a campaign to run. What I'm telling you is sometimes there are things in our elections that are not right. Okay? They are not right. They used that union bug illegally in 2 different campaigns. You know why they did that? Because they don't give a damn. Because she doesn't think you're smart enough to catch it. And as long as you don't read, as long as you keep asking questions instead of reading and doing your research, she'll keep treating you like you're stupid. I'm not going to treat you like you're stupid. I'm going to put everything in writing. I'm going to put up on our new union secured website, not just for dues paying members. Every represented employee will have access to this information, starting with how we're going to create and use the strike fund to get a 21% pay increase on our next contract. This is real. I am Richard Lewis Brown, Richard the Real, 7437. 7 days to start life, 7 days to end life. To the 4 corners of the earth, I speak, and I'm speaking with authority. And when someone says, we don't like the fact that you invoke your belief in God, here, let me say this for you again. Today is March 28th, 2021, and I believe in God through Jesus Christ and the Holy Trinity. Now what? You don't want to vote for me? Then don't vote for me. I'm going to send this message clear. 7437. Them numbers are real. They have power. If you want to do some research, why don't you add up them numbers? And what do you get? You get 21. Even in the secular world, they know that 21 is a good number to hit in the casino. But in the righteous world, 21 is a powerful number. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep campaigning. I don't care what people say. You can criticize me. You can say that I'm angry. And you can subscribe to those racist stereotypes about black men when we give you that passion. You can try to say that I can't work with people. You can keep telling all those lies and running around and talking behind my back. Truth is, you don't have the courage to get at me. Okay? That's the real truth. And I went easy on Robert Bayze on Thursday night because I wanted to let him talk. I wanted to hear what he had to say. And he did exactly what I thought he was going to do. Talked with that arrogance, and he tried to take shots. Let me tell you something. There's only one candidate that everybody should be voting for, and that's Richard Lewis Brown. Because you know in your heart, these other people, they're fishy, they don't tell the truth, they're hypocrites, and they don't value you enough. When they tell you they can't reduce your dues by 50% after all you've gone through for all of these years, they tell you, what that tells you is they don't give a damn about you. That's what that tells you. They don't want to help you. They're just trying to help themselves look good, to appear intelligent, to appear sophisticated and calm and well thought out. You know, they're so calm with their answers. They appear to want to help you, but they're really wolves in sheep's clothing. That's what they are. And I'm not judging them. I'm just telling you from their actions what I see. You don't see me playing those games. I'm coming right at you. And I'm telling you, this is my platform. This is what I'm going to do to create a new culture for Local 1000. My story has not changed at all from the time I became outspoken in 2012. And when you see these hypocrites on Facebook talking about this voter discrimination in Georgia and how they're discriminating against African Americans, what I would say to them, you're most likely, you are absolutely 1,000% right. But while you're talking about what's going on in Georgia, why don't you look at your own house? Why don't you look at your own union and see the discrimination against white people, the majority of our people in our union? Why don't you talk about that type of discrimination? Because you don't allow them to vote because they don't want to support your political expression. So you make sure that you put a fee on being a member and make sure that's attached to voting. And that way you can shut them up. See, you hypocrite Democrats, you don't want to talk about that part. But I'm going to keep talking about it because I'm real And I'm a straight shooter, and I call it the way I see it. And I call it straight down the line. What is discrimination is discrimination. And we have this in our union in full effect. So I'm tired of seeing people on Facebook talking about what's going on in Georgia when you know in your union you discriminate against white people. And I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. And all these racial justice conversations that get us off base. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again on March 28th. I don't want to hear about no racial justice when you can't protect white people's money under a signed contract, while you're also discriminating against white people. That's what it is. You don't like that? Oh, well, don't vote for me. My story's not changing. And so what I tell you on this Facebook is what I tell people in CDCR, what I tell people in Caltrans. My story is not changing. You cannot catch me in no lie because I have not told any lie. 21% pay increase for everyone across the board. Period. We're not trying to make anybody feel more special than someone else. We all need our money equally. It's about time someone has stood up, challenged the status quo, because this word, this change word that these other candidates are using, see, that's a word that politicians use. Change, 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 change. Nothing changes. Everything stays the same, and you see very minimal increase for the working class in this great country. I'm Richard Lewis Brown. We're going to create a whole new culture for Local 1000. I seek your vote to become the new Local 1000 president. The ballots go out April 19th. They got to be returned back by May 20th. Stay tuned because I got a lot more stuff coming. You have a great Sunday afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.